Hey guys, Dantix here. What a year. Australia burning and almost war, global pandemic, America burning and now delays all around, but not for Cyberpunk 2077. Oh no, our one beacon of hope, our one shining light that's been warding away the darkness is on track to release September 17th. And according to CD Projekt Red, who are now deservedly one of the wealthiest game developers in the world, Cyberpunk 2077 is in its final and most intense stage of development. But what exactly was said and what does it mean? In this video, I'll cover all of that as well as run through my top 10 most hyped features to expect in Cyberpunk 2077. Before we start, if you want to win yourself a Nintendo Switch, enter with the link below. Also, help me get out of YouTube's naughty list by dropping a like and comment if you can. Alright, let's continue. So last year when we were allowed to travel, I attended a behind closed doors look at Cyberpunk 2077. Putting the amazing Cyberpunk themed bar aside, there was a ton of effort put into what they showed us. It seemed like a fully functional version of the game as it was being played by a lady in the middle of the aisle. When I accidentally tripped over her controller's cord, she stopped and the character on screen did as well, proving that it was in fact a working copy and not a pre-rendered video that they were pretending to be playing. Ultimately, my point is that it seemed done even back then. Obviously, there's a lot more that goes into a title, but in the recent financial report by CD Projekt Red, they confirmed this to be the case. They wrote, CD Projekt Red is carrying out with the final stage of development of its most expansive RPG to date, Cyberpunk 2077. The game features a vibrant, high-tech open world where players assume the role of V, a cyberpunk who has recently migrated to the most dangerous metropolis of the future, Night City. Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay follows the rules of the Cyberpunk 2020 RPG system created by Mike Pondsmith. When talking about an increase in spending, they say, this increase is mainly due to ongoing development of Cyberpunk 2077, which has entered its final, most intensive pre-release development phase. As this is a report intended for shareholders, they would have not shared that it was in the final stages if they were in fact being delayed. It's suicide to mention anything at all if that's the case. This all but confirms that we can expect the September 17th release, and it's on track. It's been a long time coming. In fact, as of May 30th, it's officially been 8 years since Cyberpunk has been announced. Maybe this is the balance in the force. With great evil in the world right now, a great good must rise up. So now that you have this to look forward to, let's re-whet your appetites with the top hype features to expect in Cyberpunk 2077. Number 1, in Cyberpunk you can fully customize your looks. You even have the ability to customize your genitals. Oh yes, you can make your character a long dong silver if you really wish, with long flowing hair and a lovely set of breasticles. It's really up to you. In the first trailer we were shown, the player picked between male and female in the character creator, but in the latest gameplay we can see these body types aren't labeled as such anymore. We got later confirmation that you can customize your private parts and roleplay any combination that you want. I'd be interested to see just how big or small you can make these genitals. No doubt there'll be some serious restrictions on breast size, as no developer wants to face the angry wrath of anti-Miranda Lawsons, but it would be funny to see just how big you can make the dingles because no one really cares about men. I foresee a lot of YouTube videos on the subject. Donkey Dong Dan Punk 2077 coming to a YouTube near you. Number 2, Cyberpunk is an RPG, and with that comes many ways to customize your experience. Besides customizing your looks, which is standard these days, you can choose your background, which influences how people interact with you and your options. You can pick between Nomad, Street Kid, and Corporate. In the gameplay we've seen so far, you have quite a bit of interaction with Corpse, and no doubt having a background in Corporate will make some of those interactions easier or open up more options. Nomad perhaps getting more worldly responses. Here we see Street Kid getting an additional dialogue option when talking to Bridget, a member of the Voodoo Boys gang. Then we see the character talking to a Netwatch agent and having the option to be loyal to the streets. So even before starting the game, you'll have to choose something that influences your whole experience and it'll add replay value. Number 3, attributes, skills, and perks. So you can customize your looks and background from the start of the game, but you can also customize your exact playstyle through the use of attributes and their corresponding skills and perks. When you start, you'll be presented with this screen where you can choose to allocate points to either body, intelligence, reflexes, technical, and cool. Body influences the skills and perks focused around close range, shotguns, two-handed and melee. It also influences athletics, which lets you do things like pry open doors with brute strength, use people as human shields, and rip turrets out of their sockets. If you want to play a bruiser, be sure to invest in body. Intelligence influences hacking, which is a whole playstyle in itself, as you can hack almost anything from computers to bench press machines to robots to even people. If you want to complete your missions without needing to fire a single shot, intelligence will help. Reflexes influences handguns, rifles, and blades. Handguns and rifles giving you a ranged damage dealing option, and blades giving you a mobile and agile arm blade melee option. Like body, this is for combat, but it relies on being agile rather than powerful. Technical is like intelligence in that it helps the non-combat route. It influences engineering, and with it, you can repair, build, and maintain things. Here we use engineering to access a previously closed off area. You can turn a turret to your side with an override as well. The final attribute is cool, and this influences assassination, nerve, and sniper rifles. Assassination focuses around, well, assassination, and nerve seems to be around conversations. Cool seems to house multiple types of skills and perks, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. The devs state that cool is how cool you are under pressure. If you want to see an extremely in-depth breakdown of these attributes and perks, check out my video below where I go into painstaking detail. So to level up these skills, you have to use them. Killing someone with a handgun will grant you handgun experience. The higher level your skills are, the more and better perks you can have within those. Hacking level 1 being one of those perks, which unlocks additional advanced malware daemons. There will be at least 2077 ways to customize in Cyberpunk, and this opens up huge replay value. Number 4. We aren't exactly sure how the storyline will play out, but fairly early on the story will set you out to find an implant that contains the key to immortality. You seem to find it, are killed, and wake up to the glorious voice of Johnny Silverhand, played by the breathtaking Keanu Reeves himself. You then set out on a journey to unlock its full potential. Number 5. So yes, you'll be gaining levels as you play. We're looking at a level 18 character sheet now. However, alongside the levels, you also earn street cred as seen here. You seem to be given it as you do things that increase your social standing, like completing this mission. A higher street cred level will have more access to vendors around Night City and have access to unique perks. You can also influence how fast you gain it with your appearance and gear, this samurai jacket for example. Number 6. During your travels, you can visit a Ripper Dock. These will provide you body-related cybernetic enhancement, like new eyes that provide better optical scanning capabilities, or hands for better grip. Alongside the eddy cost, which are Eurodollars and your currency in Cyberpunk 2077, it costs some humanity. I foresee this having an effect on gameplay, wherein the player that forgoes implants and upgrades will have some kind of gameplay advantage for doing so, whereas a fully decked out android-like player having lower humanity will suffer some negative repercussions to offset their god mode. Number 7. You can develop relationships in Cyberpunk 2077 or just straight up root. Apparently the sexual scenes were made using motion capture suits, and I would have loved to be a fly on the wall while they were shooting that. There will be some nudity in this game, and it won't hold back for the sake of children, thankfully. CD Projekt Red said the romantic plotlines will be similar in scope and detail to Geralt's relationships despite there being more of them. CD Projekt Red says romancing is something heavily present in Cyberpunk, and players will be able to form meaningful connections with other characters as well as go for one-night stands. Number 8. Night City is a huge open world with 6 districts. There are no loading times between these districts, but you can use your car to get around in either third or first person. You can apparently summon your car to you at will, since it can drive automatically without you. Powell Sasko, lead quest designer, also confirmed in an interview with VG247 that you can go outside of Night City, and that's not the only city you'll be visiting. To what extent is unclear, but it'll be truly a massive game. Number 9, there will be multiplayer, but it won't be available at release. The mode will come after all the free DLC is dropped. We're unsure about how the multiplayer will work exactly, but CD Projekt Red has said that multiplayer features will ensure Cyberpunk's long-term success. I mean, besides all that free DLC, which brings us to the final point. Number 10, there will be no microtransactions or, and I quote, bullshit. When asked about it specifically, they responded, "In a single-player role-playing game? Are you nuts?" So there we have it. Some more information to get you hyped and ready for what's sure to be the biggest release of the year, besides COVID of course. So what did you think? Are you excited for the release, or will it be a bigger game on your radar? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to do that typical YouTube stuff to help me out, and I'll be back very soon with more RPG content. See you, friends.